everybody, it is Miss Shaw, and I'm actually today making lobster macaroni and cheese homemade. And when I was doing this, I was like, oh, I forgot to start recording. Or I said, maybe I should record this. So, I'm at my mom's house, and she wanted some lunch. So I said, what would you like? I gave her some options, and she said I would like homemade lobster macaroni and cheese. So, what I've done, as in other videos as well, sorry for the mess and stuff. Usually I try to adjust it so it looks better, but I'm doing a lot of other things too. So, what I'm doing is I took some elbow macaroni and cheese, some elbow macaroni, and I just did about half a box in some water. I put oil in my water. If you guys like salt, put salt in there. And I'm boiling this for 7 minutes. And I double check because it says how you're supposed to do it. Blah, blah. Oh. It's 10 minutes. Okay. Well, I have to add a couple more minutes onto it. There we go. So I'm going to boil the macaroni. When it is done, I'm going to drain it, and then we'll start the cheese process, and I'll show you that, okay? So in the meantime, this is going to be paused, and I'll come back to it. Hey guys, sorry, I know I'm a little tilted, but it's where I could put my computer at my mom's house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strain the macaroni. Just put it in a strainer. I'm going to leave it there, and then I'm going to make everything for the to make the cheese and stuff. Why I said lobster macaroni and cheese is because I'm taking Imitation Lobster, a package, and I'm going to add it to my mac and cheese. But I haven't taught you how to make homemade mac and cheese yet, so sorry about that. Okay. I'm also watching some TV too. I also like to use only one pot, not 10. My grandmother always loved 10, so I don't know why. Probably she was used to it. So what we're going to do is for homemade macaroni and cheese, we are going to take a package of sharp cheddar. Now, if you like white cheddar cheese, that's fine. I would always suggest having it pre-grated because that makes it a lot easier. And you'll need milk. You can also use heavy cream as well. It makes it what's called richer. I also call it fatter too. You get a little bit of flour, and this is a flour. So, I take one scoop of the flour, and you need oil. I use spray bottle, but I'm too lazy to go grab the other stuff too. So you put a little bit of oil in here. Okay. You can use olive oil as well. I should mute that, so hold on one second. Okay. Sorry about that, and sorry about the tilting. Mix the oil and flour around. Now it will look like it's clumped and stuff. Don't worry about that. It'll come out clear. Okay. I also put this down onto a simmer or a low heat because we're going to be melting the cheese and adding the milk and stuff. I'm sorry I'm not showing that to you. I just realized I did not do that. Bend that down some. So I put the, recap. I put the flour and the oil in here, and I'm stirring it around. Okay. Now you're saying, how much flour and how much oil? I take about something like this, and I say, okay, that's it. And I take just a little bit of oil, so I might slowly do like a 1, 2, 3 in there. And then I'm going to add the cheese. Now you're saying, Why grate it? Well, it's easier to melt. Okay, looking to see if anything went down there. Probably it did. But that happens. Okay. So, in one of my other videos, I showed you how to make instant macaroni and cheese. Well, this is homemade macaroni and cheese. Okay. Then we add some milk. So you add a little bit of milk. Count to about 5 slowly. Put it and then stir it in. Now, as you notice, I am not measuring. Why? Because when I saw my mom do this, she didn't measure either. And I am, as my grandmother would always say, just like my namesake. Okay. I do apologize for this kitchen to be messy. Haven't gotten a chance to clean it back up again since I was here the last time. Okay. But I thought, homemade macaroni and cheese and lobster, why not? And a lot of your kitchens are this way too. So I'm not worried about it. Now, after I've stirred it, if it still looks clumpy, okay, pour some more milk in there. I pour a lot more milk in. I'm going to make this more milk. Okay? If it's too milky, like too creamy for you and you like it thicker, you can add a little bit more cheese to it. Then you're going to have a really cheesy macaroni and cheese. Okay? So, I'll take this off. Try to show you. As you can see, it's starting. I know it's tough. Okay, and it's still clumpy. And when I say clumpy, it's a lot of clumps. The cheese has not combined into anything. So it'll take a little while. Just continue stirring and stuff. Okay? Once it becomes smooth and creamy, then you'll add your macaroni that you've already cooked. And then you'll add your lobster. So I'm going to pause this right now and I'm going to let it continue to mix in. I do want to say, for those of you guys who have asked me to do stuff, I am looking up how to do things so that I can put it on and to show you. So don't worry about it. If you're not seeing it right now, it's coming. I am actually, one of the subscribers wanted me to make a Jell-O salad, and that is coming up probably very soon. The one thing is when you say for the Jell-O salad comes in many different forms, and there's many different ways to make it. One way is you actually make Jell-O from the box, and then you add your ingredients. Okay. Let's see. My grandmother made sunshine salad, which was carrots and orange Jell-O. I've had Jell-O with fruit cocktail in it, and then my grandmother made something called light and lively pie, which is going to be similar to what I'm going to make for my Jell-O salad. Similar, but not identical. Okay. There's another one where you can do layers of rainbow Jell-O, but that takes a little bit longer because, one, you have to make each Jell-O, put it in like the cup or the mold that you're using, and then you have to let it set, and then you add another one, then let that set, and then add another one. So the rainbow Jell-O takes time. It looks gorgeous and probably tastes delicious. I haven't, but it does take time to do. Okay, and stuff. So don't worry if you've suggested something. I am going to get to it. Sometimes I just have to find the recipe and the supplies and see what I have and use that. Okay. So I'm going to pause this for right now, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I am back, and the sauce is not fully creamy, but that's okay. It has little bumps in it, but it looks better than it did before. Okay, maybe you can't tell. Okay, well, that's okay because we're going to continue with our meal. Now, the macaroni I made earlier is going in. As I said, I used a half a box. Some people bake their macaroni and cheese. That's kind of cool too. Mine is, I'm just going to stir it all up. Hey, macaroni came through the bottom. One of the holes on the bottom. Okay, so now I'm going to take my macaroni, I'm going to mix it in. And that takes a little bit of time, so I'm going to... Now, I use extra sharp cheese. As I said, you can use other types of cheese, like, I know there's white cheddar and stuff. I've also done a local dish here called, I forgot what what's called, but it's a local dish here where my mom lives, and it's, I use Italian dress. I use the mixed up Italian cheese. That's all and then shrimp and chicken in some type, and I forgot what noodle is. I have to, can't remember. But what it is I still make it the same way I make mac and cheese, just I use a different type of cheese. Okay. Now, next thing is, and the last thing you do, you take the Imitation Lobster and you try to open it, and of course that zip thing that's supposed to be easy to open doesn't, so that's why it's always good to have a pair of scissors around. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we just take our lobster. Now this lobster is in chunks, okay? This is also a way to make seafood mac and cheese. You just take imitation crab, do it as the chunks, and chunk it up. If you like more seafood in your mac and cheese, put another bag of it in. Okay. If you have leftover scallops that you've had for that you made for some other time, you can add that in there too. Okay. Now, right now, lobster macaroni and cheese, okay? Have to lift up a little bit, okay? So, lobster macaroni and cheese, seafood macaroni and cheese, plain macaroni and cheese. Everything I did up to adding the seafood is how you make homemade mac and cheese on a stove with one container. So I'll just review. Your noodles, elbow, or any type of noodles you want. Next thing is make sure you boil them, whether you use salt or oil. I use oil. Drain them, bring the pot back, turn your turn it down to low. Turn your range down to low, your burner down to low. Grab some flour, like just a spoonful, put it in. Put a little bit of oil in, about maybe 1 to 3, I'm guessing. A little oil in it. Mix it up, it'll be in a paste. Next thing, you add your cheese and your milk. Mix that up, get it so it's... Now, I usually say to a smooth consistency. You can actually go a little bit bumpier like I did. I actually did bumpier because of mixing everything else up. Put the noodles in, mix that up, stir that up, add your seafood if you want it, or if not, just let it be, and there you go. Homemade macaroni and cheese. So, anything you want me to do comments below, or any of the other videos you see below, and I will try my best to do them and stuff. So don't worry about it. If you comment below, you want to see something done, I know I'm going to tip myself over. You can do, oops, you can do that, and I will try my best to fulfill it. So you guys take care now. Be safe. Enjoy the summer. I know some of you guys, depending on where you are in the country, are going back to school now. So just be safe. Take care of yourself, and be well. And I'll see you again. Take care now, everybody.